Welcome to Denton Outdoors. I'm at the Hagerman National Wildlife Refuge. I'm going to be doing a bunch of hiking today, some kayaking, and some birding. It's been a long time since a good adventure. I'm really looking forward to being out in nature today. I'm going to get started with, I think, what's called Holler's Haven Trail, so come along for the adventure. There's only one other car at the trailhead. I imagine it'll be a pretty quiet day out here. I'm gonna do a bunch of hiking, maybe a little bit of running, but it'll be a much slower day than I've had in a long time, and I'm really looking forward to it. Well, I already passed one person, so I'd imagine I won't see anyone else, and the rest of this hike will be all to myself. This is shaping up to be a really beautiful day. One of my main goals is to just take it slow and see all the wildlife. Already seen a couple of deer, and there's deer tracks everywhere, and so many birds out. This park is really popular for birding, so one of my goals also is to just see how many birds I can ID today. First trail done. That was a beautiful hike. I'm gonna head towards the visitor center now and connect to a couple trails over there. I'm pretty close to the visitor center, and one of the main things that I wanted to come here for was to see the snow geese. Apparently there's snow geese here now. I don't even really know anything about them, but my goodness, there's like what looks like hundreds of little white dots up here in the grass, and I'm guessing this is the snow geese, so I don't know, we'll get up here and see what this is all about. These definitely are the snow geese. There are hundreds of them out there. That was so much better than I expected. Yeah, that was awesome. I'm at the visitor center now, so I'm gonna go on in, see what this is all about, and get on to the next trail. Starting the second trail, the Rash Trail. This is built on an old railroad bed, and starts pretty close to the visitor center. It's just behind me up on the hill, and back behind me you can see all the snow geese. So I'm gonna run this trail. It should be pretty easy to run since it's just built on an old railroad bed. Just saw 3 more deer, but man, that makes 5 deer, and I haven't been able to get a picture or a video of any of them. They've been moving quick. Made it to the end of the trail. It's a point to point, so now I'm heading back in the other direction Took no time to get down here, won't take much time to get back. This trail's about half shaded. The sun's kind of cooking me right now. It's pretty warm out. Need to be drinking some water, but yeah, so far pretty nice. Well, I said I was gonna get back quick, but I just spent like 10 minutes looking at birds. There were some birds that I'd never seen before. Used my Merlin app to see what they were. Pretty neat. So far, I don't know what my bird count is, but by the end of the video, I'll total them all up and let you know how many birds I've seen. I'm about back to the car. Pretty neat trail. Not as cool as Holler's Haven, but I kind of figured it wouldn't be. When I was in the visitor center, the lady running the visitor center, she said that right now there's probably like 1,000 of the snow geese, and it looks like a lot to me, but she said this season they've seen upwards of like 20,000 at one time, and that all these wheat fields that they plant for them were just covered with them. So I'd imagine this trail would be pretty cool if there were 20,000 of those white geese around. On to the next trail, gonna do the Harris Creek Trail. About halfway down with the trail. This is a really pretty trail. And it's like kind of like 3 little loops that you can put together to make the bigger trail. I think in total it's only like 2 miles maybe, so not that much, but really pretty. There's a bunch of these little ponds along this trail, really neat. I've seen a bunch of turtles and birds and ducks. Not sure if the camera picked it up, but that might be the most frogs I've ever heard. Just about done with this trail. That was a beautiful walk. I'd imagine in the morning or in the evening, there's just tons of birds and wildlife on this trail. Not too much in the middle of the day, but still a really great hike. Starting the Crow Hill Trail. There's literally nobody in the parking lot except for me, so I'll have the whole trail to myself. Looking forward to it. Well, I've been going up. I got to a bench, and that way looks like it's going down, so I guess I'm to the top of the hill. Honestly, a bigger hill than I thought it would be, but only took a few minutes to get up here. Man, if some of this brush was out of the way, there'd actually be a pretty decent view from this hill. Well, that was a nice short trail. Only one more trail left, and then I'll have done all 5. It'll be the longest. I think it's like 5.7 miles, but it's one of the old railroad beds, so it should be pretty straightforward. Starting the Meadow Pond Trail. This thing, it says it's 6 miles long. It's point to point on the rail trail, just kind of like that rash trail. So got my good running shoes on, got electrolytes and water, and I'm gonna run this thing. Take about an hour, maybe a little more if I stop and smell the roses. Made it down to Meadow Pond. There might be like another half mile of this trail kind of down past the pond, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn around. I want to make sure I have plenty of time to do a little bit of kayaking before I need to leave, so I'm gonna maybe cut this trail just a little bit short. These rail trails make a simple couple of miles look really far. I don't think I got them on video, but I just saw a couple wild turkey too. Finishing up the Meadows Pond Trail, which means I did all 5 trails. I think my favorite was probably the first trail I did. So I'm gonna get back to the car, get the kayak down, and do just a little bit of kayaking. Got the kayak put in on Big Mineral Creek. I could have obviously gone up creek or down creek, but I'm gonna go down creek just a little bit towards Lake Texoma. I think I'll see more wildlife that way. So yeah, we'll see what I see. I wish I knew my birds better. I saw some kind of bird in the water, had no idea what it was, and didn't get a good enough glimpse at it to be able to look at some pictures and figure out what it was, but maybe I'll see another one. Kind of out here in the more open, shallower water. Not as much waterfowl as I thought there would be. There's really not much other than some geese behind me, and they're not the snow geese, just normal Canadian geese. So I don't know, I'm sure in the morning or later in the evening there'll probably be more birds out here, but either way it's really beautiful, really quiet, and really peaceful. Kayaking my way back. It's been kind of tough. The wind blew me out really easily, but I've been fighting the wind going back. Got a little break right now, so I'm gonna take it until it gets windy again. Got the kayak back on the car, and I made it back over to where all the snow geese are just to take one more glimpse at them before I head out. Man, what a great day. Some great hikes, some great birding, and good time kayaking. I think I ID'd probably like 15 different birds. I saw a ton of other birds that I just didn't know what they were. But gosh, what a hidden gem. This is only about like an hour and a half from the DFW metroplex. I feel like a lot of people don't even know about it. I have hardly ever heard of this place, and I've been down here for like 3.5 years. But I'll definitely be back. What a great adventure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure.